Hey, what's up guys? It's Tiffany. Thank you so much for tuning back into my channel. Today's look is going to be on how I got these eyebrows. So if you guys want to know how I got these eyebrows, continue watching. But first, make sure to always subscribe and follow me on Instagram and let me know if you guys have any tips or tricks that you guys do when doing your eyebrows. I'd love to hear about them. Let's get started. Hey guys, so first I'm brushing out my eyebrows with my Bobbi Brown Spiral brush. It's to make sure when I want to set my gel on my eyebrows are exactly where I want them to be set. Now I'm going to use my Bare Minerals eyebrow brush. It is a tight angled brush, so when I am applying my dip brow, it goes on tight and I don't have any flakes going anywhere. I'm using the color medium brown and the Anastasia Dip brow. I am now outlining my eyebrows starting at the top of my eyebrow about halfway in. So this way when I want that nice natural fade, I don't have a line coming all the way in. So I do this in a slow motion because if you get going fast and your line doesn't end up coming out evenly. I'm now outlining the bottom of my eyebrow and I'm coming in a little bit more so that I do get that nice natural fade. And that's when you do it. You do it while you're outlining the bottom of your eyebrow. Again, going very slow and making sure everything is set evenly so the two lines come together as one. So now that I've outlined them, I'm going to just begin to fill them in, and I don't have a certain technique or way that I fill them in. I just make sure that they are covered equally and evenly, and I make sure the two outlines, the top and bottom lines, are blended equally too. You don't want to see your lines that you drew outlining your eyebrows, so you just need to make sure you're blending and having that perfect look. I'm now just going to come back in with my spiral brush and just begin by brushing out my eyebrows starting at the beginning of my eyebrow. I do this just to make sure everything is set so I can begin giving it a nice natural fade. I then am going to start at the beginning of my brow, going in an upward motion, and this is so I'm giving it that nice natural fade and I'm not having a dramatic color change from the beginning of my brow to the end of my brow. And I'm just taking it back and blending it so everything blends evenly. So now I'm going to start by doing the other eye and doing the exact same thing. I'm starting about halfway in on the top of my eyebrow, going pretty slow and just outlining it so it is exactly how I want my eyebrow to be outlined. The thing about outlining your eyebrows is you can give it any shape you want and it will be that shape. So that is the important thing about outlining, is knowing you can give your eyebrows any shape you want them to be. I then am going to go on to the bottom of my eyebrow, and I'm starting at the beginning of my brow, coming in a little bit past my natural hair, but this is like the way you can give it yourself that natural fade, even if you don't have that much hair in the beginning of your eyebrow. So now I'm just filling in my eyebrow again. I don't have a certain technique I do when filling in my eyebrow, but I do know that I make sure everything is set equally. Like, you don't want any lines in your eyebrows showing how you outlined your eyebrows. So make sure you know how you're doing it, and it's always good to come back in with the brush as you're filling it in just to make sure you can't see your lines. So now I'm brushing my beginning of the brow hair in an upward motion because this is where I'm going to begin filling it in to give it that natural fade. So I'm now just going in an upward motion with my brush, taking it up so it goes naturally with how my hair actually grows. So now I'm just going to start and blend it from the beginning of my brow and filling it all the way into the end of my brow, making sure I don't have a dramatic color change once again. So now I'm just brushing out my eyebrows. I'm going to be brushing out both of them to make sure they look pretty equal. Remember, your eyebrows are sisters, not twins, so it is okay if one of them looks a little bit different than the other. That is totally normal. Now I'm using my MAC Pro Long Wear Concealer. This is to clean up around my eyebrows on the top and the bottom. I just put a little bit on my hand so that I can dip my brush into it. I'm going to be using a Bobbi Brown brush that is a tight brush. It's a little bit bigger, but that's okay because I have a lot more space between my eyebrow and my eyelid. So with this, I actually start on the underneath of my eyebrow, and I'm just going in a straight line, and I'm just applying it pretty slowly so that way I don't get any concealer in my eyebrow. And if I did, that'd be really bad because then I'd have this white line in my eyebrow and that would just not look natural. And then I'm going to go up to the top of my eyebrow, and again going nice and slow, and after I do that, I take an upward motion to blend it out, and so I don't have a line showing that I outlined my eyebrow with some concealer. Now again, I'm just doing the exact same thing to the other eye, beginning on the bottom of my eyebrow and just outlining it and making sure I didn't have any crazy lines. I'm now going to go on the top of my eyebrow, and I'm taking in a straight line, and I had a little bit more, so I'll just take it across and go on to the other side. There's nothing wrong with making it look a little bit more concealed. So now I'm blending it in an upward motion. This is just so I don't have any lines showing how I concealed my eyebrows. This is what it should look like after you concealed your eyebrows. So now I'm using my Anastasia Highlight in the color Starlight, and I'm using a Bobbi Brown small type brush and just applying that everywhere that I concealed. This is so it gives it that nice finishing glow, so it's not too matte. But if you're going for the matte look, then just leave the concealer and blend it because that'll look also really nice. But I have my eyeshadow done today on winged eyeliner, and I already had highlight on, so I figured why not make it a little bit more glowy. So now I'm using my Anastasia gel brow. It's like not colored, so it's super nice, and I can apply as much as I want because it doesn't make my eyebrows change color. And this is like pretty much hairspray for eyebrows, so it's pretty awesome. And I'm just going in upward motion with it because I like my eyebrows to end up laying like that. And I'm just taking it up and ends up looking exactly like this. So guys, this is the finishing look of my eyebrow tutorial. I am super excited for this YouTube journey of mine. Let me know what you guys think about this video. I would love to hear about it. Thanks guys.